Great job, Jim. That looks nice and secure.
Thanks, Andy. That's not going to go anywhere.
All right.
Our next step is the gas supply line.
Are there any special considerations with that part?
Certainly. In fact, what we're going to do first is we're going to make sure we install a manual gas shutoff valve. That's per code and also for safety reasons.
Okay.
Beyond that, we always make sure, again, contact your local gas utility to make sure that your gas supply line is properly sized for your application.
Right, and I can see that you've already done that and it's in place.
Right.
Well, you made quick work of the piping for the gas supply. Tell me about what's here on the installation.
Well, Andy, it's pretty simple, really. We made sure that we've installed a shutoff valve, gas supply shutoff valve here and here. We've also got a union.
Right, and why is that important?
The union's important in the event that you want to disconnect the water heater for service.
Okay.
It makes it much easier.
All right.
We've also installed what's called a sediment trap or a drip leg here. That's required by code.
Oh, okay.
We've also made sure that the gas supply line is properly sealed. We've tightened all the connections, and we've checked all the joints for any leaks.
Okay, great. So we're ready to move on to the next step?
Next step is the water lines.
Great. Okay, Jim, now show me what you've done here.
Well, we've installed our cold water inlet connections. As you can see, we've installed a check valve here at the water heater.
And what's the check valve for?
The check valve is to make sure that the water only flows into the unit and there's no backflow into the system.
Okay, so that'll meet code.
That's correct. We've also installed a union that, as I mentioned before, with the gas supply line, that helps us disconnect the water heater for service. We've also installed a shutoff valve here, and we've also soldered all of our connections and checked them to make sure there's no leaks.
Great, and so we're ready to move on to the hot water out.
Absolutely, we're almost done.
This is shaping up really nice, Jim, and I see you've got the hot water side done. Is there anything unusual about that part?
Not really. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, Andy, but I would like to point out a couple things. First of all, you'll see we installed another union there in our connection. We've also sweated our joints. We've checked them for leaks. Most importantly, we've installed a pressure relief valve here on the line. That's a safety valve that's required by code. Very important step.
Okay. And I notice you've used traditional copper here. Can you use the flexible type?
Sure. In fact, for purposes of this demonstration, we wanted to use hard pipe connections, but you certainly can. You can use flexible water lines and a flexible gas line, just as long as they're the right size for the water heater.